Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this video is on difference of two squares. This is a special product. Product meaning when you multiply two binomials together. Okay? Now let's take a look, for example, at these two multiplication problems. Now hopefully by now we're very proficient with our multiplying and distributive properties. But let's just multiply them together. So x times x, of course, is x squared. And x times 7, or minus 7, sorry, be minus 7x. And then we're going to do the same thing with the plus 7 right here, right? 7 times x is plus 7x. And 7 times minus 7 is minus 49. So simplifying it, something very interesting happens. Minus 7x plus 7x, they both cancel each other out, don't they? And of course, 7 minus 7 is 0. So my end result is just simply x squared minus 49. Interesting, huh? Again, notice that the middle term is missing. There is no x there, is there? There's no x in there. It's just an x squared and a minus 49. Okay, let's try again and see what happens. Well, let's see here. I guess I'll use purple this time. X times x is x squared. X times minus 4 is minus 4x. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the plus 4, right? Plus 4 times x is plus 4x. And plus 4 times minus 4 is minus 16. Oh, look at that. Notice right there again, guys. Follow the green. We have a 4 minus 4, which is 0 again. So our end result is x squared minus 16. In other words, there is no x term in there. All I have is an x squared and then the minus 16, right? Now, why is it this way, guys? Pause the video and think about what makes these two problems here special. Let me repeat. What makes this problem and this problem here special? What do you notice that's kind of the same pattern in both of them, okay? So pause the video and see if you notice something. Okay, so what should you have noticed? Let's see here. I better pick a different color. Here we go. We'll go with, let's see, orange is not good. Oh, brown. Brown will work good. So, anyways, I hope what you notice is, hey, both problems start out with x times x, right? See that? Both of them start with x times x. Both of them also have the same number, right? Notice that? 7, 7, here's 4 and 4, right? So the same x's, the same numbers. The only difference between the two expressions is one's a plus and one's a minus, right? And one's a plus and one's a minus. So, in essence, what happened was, whenever you have the same terms multiplied together and one's a plus and one's a minus, you're going to get a 0 in the middle. That's why there's no x term in either expression. Okay? So, in other words, let's change colors back again. Let's say I add one more. Let's say I did x plus 1 times x minus 1. Again, notice the same pattern. I have xx, I have a 1, and then a minus 1. Well, if I go ahead and multiply this together like we normally do, would I not get x squared? And 1 times 1 is 1, minus 1. This, guys, is the difference of two squares. The difference of two squares. Alright, that's what we mean by that. Okay, so hopefully if you follow along, we now can go backwards and factor some of them. Take this first one here. Does everybody agree 25 is 5 times 5? So if I was asked to factor this right here, wouldn't I just simply go x plus 5 times x minus 5? Again, I kept the x's the same. I kept the numbers the same. I just made sure one was plus and one was minus. In this case, in other words, 5 minus 5 is 0. And this is how you factor a difference of two squares. Okay, pause the video if you need to. Okay, what about this one right here? Notice 36 is, of course, 6 times 6. So how would we factor this one? How about x times x? How about 6 times 6? Notice how everything's the same. We're just going to make one a plus and one a minus, because the 6 and the minus 6 here is going to make a 0 in the middle. Pause the video again if you need to. Okay, let's try this one. Hopefully you look at the 81 and go, oh, 81 is 9 times 9. And so all I have to do is go x times x. I kept my x's the same. 9 times 9, I kept the numbers the same. One has to be a plus. One of them has to be a minus. And that's basically it, guys. Okay? Now, let's do one a little bit more challenging. Just kind of push this a little bit further. Okay? Let's do one more. I'm just going to make it up right now. Let's say I gave you 4x squared minus, let's say, 49. Okay? So, notice, guys, I have a perfect square right here. Isn't 4 2 times 2, or in our case, 2x times 2x is 4x squared? And isn't this right here a 7 times a 7? So if I was asked to factor this, couldn't I say 2x times 2x? Because that way the x terms stay the same, right? 2x times 2x. And of course I keep the 7 and the 7 the same. And so what else do I need to do then? I make sure one's a plus and one is a minus. And what you just learned again, guys, is what we call the difference. The difference of two squares. Okay? So I hope you understand this video, and hopefully this helps you finish our worksheet in class that we started. Until next time, bye.